The driver's seat is presented by Ray Reese Volkswagen and Portland's Hyundai, Portland's #1 VW dealer, and Portland's newest Hyundai dealer. Now let's climb into the driver's seat on Miles Around Television.
In the driver's seat is this. It's the 2008 Mazda 3. This car has been around for 4 years, and Mazda did some styling updates last year on it. But it's an iconic car for Mazda. This car in its Speed 3 version was actually the car of the year last year for this program.
The Mazda Speed 3 was our car of the year in 2007, but that's taking nothing away from the 2008 S Touring Edition. We're going to take a look at the very useful interior and the unflappable chassis development that made this car such a great handling standout in 2007. We'll take a look at that, but first we're going to pop right under the hood.
Lifting the hood of the 2008 Mazda 3, we'll find a 2.3-litre engine. It's 156 horsepower, and this engine isn't the Speed 3, but it delivers where it needs to.
It delivers in one of the most important segments of buying a new car, fuel mileage. It is still a spirited drive, but as tested, I got almost 27 miles per gallon, only 2 off the actual highway rating from the EPA. Now, it's not the 250 horsepower, 150 mile an hour burner the Speed 3 is, but it doesn't take away from the spirited drive. The chassis is still the same, great suspension and great brakes. More importantly, great feel from the wheel, but we'll get to that once we jump inside. In regards to styling with the Mazda 3 lineup, the 5-door for myself has got to be the best looking. They make a sedan, but there's something about the 5-door hatchback that kind of completes the line. Mazda does a great job of making it so even if you buy the most basic entry level or the touring model we have in studio, you don't give anything up to the Speed 3 model. The flying M on the grille and the new front end make it look a little bit more aggressive than some of the other models, but it's the beauty in the simplicity of the design. It's good looking, yet not over the top.
Although Mazda's a Ford company, they style their cars for an international market. There is reasons this car is actually #1 in several countries outside the United States. It's well styled, the colors are well chosen, and it looks different from anything in its size on the road. In fact, this car is a significant portion of Mazda's business worldwide.
The driver's seat may be the place you want to be in a Mazda 3, but if you're stuck with the duty of riding passenger, don't worry. There's plenty of room for full-size adults for both hip, shoulder, and headroom. Now, the beauty of a car with a 5-door hatchback design is the fact that you have that room for the passengers as well for anything you want to stow or pick up from the home improvement center. The Mazda 3 is a great utilitarian vehicle that blends passenger room with a place to stow the stuff you buy at the store.
Sitting in the driver's seat of the 2008 Mazda 3, you'll find everything you expect to see in a Mazda. It has the Mazda dash layout, also a couple of nice extra things on the audio controls. It has LED lights, and it also has some quite nice heating and air conditioning controls. They're a bit different than you'd expect in a normal car, so you have to find your way around them. Some of the buttons are difficultly labeled. There's plenty of room up front, and one of the things you notice when driving this car is it's extremely easy to shift. It has steering wheel controls for volume and for cruise control, and the visuals are very good all the way around the car. We've had a chance to road test the 2008 Mazda S Touring. We've had a chance to look on the outside and the inside. Dennis, give me 2 ups and 1 down.
Well, it's pretty easy. The first one's going to be the spirited drive. Though it doesn't have the big high horsepower engine, it still has the great chassis, great brakes, and great feedback to the driver. The other side is going to be the size and utilitarianism of the inside. It's a great small family car. My down is going to be this. I don't know whether I would spend 25 grand on a Speed 3 or 20 grand on this car and a sport bike to really go fast in. I'll have to maybe get back to you on that decision.
Let me tell you about my 2 ups and 1 down for this vehicle. My first up has got to be the miles per gallon. You know, with gas prices climbing up there, getting almost 30 miles a gallon on the freeway for this car is absolutely excellent. This car has performance, and yet you have economy built into the car. That's very unusual to find that in cars in this class that can do what this car can do. The other is the overall price of the vehicle. You know, a lot of people cap off their price they're going to pay for a car in tens of thousands. You're going to pay 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60,000, whatever it is. In the 20,000 price range, there is going to be some competition, but it's going to be hard to beat this vehicle. Now let's look at my down for this vehicle, and this is kind of another down. That's a Nik down. It's not a car down. I'm poisoned. I'm poisoned because I got to drive the Speed 3. Once you've driven the Speed 3 and then you have to come to this, I'm always going to fork out that extra $5,000.
Like I said, sport bike and Speed 3 or sport bike and touring? Well, we'll have to decide later. That's our review of the 2008 Mazda S Touring 3. 2008 Mazda 3 Touring 5-door comes standard with a 2.3-liter dual overhead cam 16-valve 4-cylinder and a 5-speed manual transmission. The standard vehicle price is $18,425 with an as-tested price of $19,450. The city mile per gallon EPA rating is 22 miles per gallon, and the highway mile per gallon EPA rating is 29 miles per gallon.
The driver's seat is brought to you by Ray Reese Volkswagen, family owned and specializing in Volkswagens for over 15 years, and proudly presenting the all-new Portland Hyundai. Check them out at rayreese.com. Kingpin Audio, home of the top 12 installers in the nation. The best products, the best installers, period. If it's not Kingpin, it's just noise.